when you're heavy stacked on duelists, in this case we have 4, you wanna not stop on site and continue to push. I can flash city. Pushing and fighting for space before enemies can coordinate a super strong utility retake is most of the times going to be better.
Oh, nice.
I like to call this strategy the panic attack, because we panic before we attack. We get a call out that the enemy is 1 HP, so before my teammate can kill himself, I spam the smoke before actually committing and pushing through it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Happy and I'm an immortal high-level coach. In these series, I help you improve your game sense and talk about how to get an advantage on every single fight that you take. If you're tired of being stuck in the same rank, I strongly suggest joining the premium tier of my group, which will be linked down in the description. Inside, I talk about the purpose of every single role, how to learn a new skill, and most importantly, how to play your character. So if you're someone who's serious about improving in Valorant, I suggest you join. Let's get to the video. So my raise dies to a Jet, and if you're fighting against these aggressive duelists like Jets, Reynas, Neons, Raises, you should actually expect the enemies to push into you more than not, especially when they're up numbers. You should also overuse your util like I did with my flashes because of these aggressive pushes. And because enemies gave us these 1v1s, they ended up losing a 5v3 while having the bomb down. So the round begins with us spamming the enemies while they're trying to get onto site. We get one. Now we know that there's a guy middle. This is kind of a wasted flash, but okay. It gives us a slight edge. We kill another guy, and my teammate now says, wait. I'm not sure whether the spike was planted default or backside. That's why I'm holding in case the guy swings default, because he is kind of stuck right now. So we're slowly inching towards the enemies. We don't want a full W key because they can swing us and punish. No! And finally we're following our teammates so that we can take a 2v1 at least. Oh my fucking god. Two fucking buckets of protein. Probably like, how are you so good? I drank 2 scoops of protein. Somebody said, take care of yourself. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go to the gym. So I go to the gym. We're down numbers. While I was yapping, a guy literally died mid. And one of the best things you can do whenever you're down numbers and you have a very weak site, as you can see on A, there's only me, that is to literally push into A main. But because I can hear the enemies cooking something in A main, I decide to hide and wait. And as you can see, the enemies are not expecting me. I'm expecting them to come in, plant a spike, for Omen to be like, I have the site. I have the site, come and plant, but guess what? No one's coming in to plant. No matter how long I wait. So we cut our losses and we decided it's probably gonna be B, and there's somebody gonna be holding us middle. We take our chances in the fight middle. We get the fight middle. Should be CT now. My read is that there's one guy CT and one guy who just planted the spike, obviously. Oh my fucking god. No! I almost won this stupid 1v4 clutch. Bro, if I kill Sova there, I'm winning the round because he's in a shitty position with his sheriff. I just go to the spike, molly off my market or boba, smoke myself off. Bro, I'm winning. I'm literally winning that shit. Whenever you have balls of steel and make these types of plays, the pure shock factor from the enemies kind of give you an advantage. There is a reason why I push. That's because we're down numbers and we're about to lose B site anyway, so I'm expecting them to rotate. But because we see Sova, that means that they're not actually rotating, so I can flash, expect another one. Ah! Good read though for me. We ended up winning the round after Clove takes this 1v1. If you look at the minimap right now, you can see that we have had site for quite some time, and enemies are still not really retaking, even though there's 4 of them. So like people like to say, it's the calm before the storm. And that storm is the sneaky things they're cooking behind the back lines of our teammates. And expecting them makes killing them 100 times easier. If you're playing for a lurker's role, not necessarily a sentinel, you can take these very quick timings and just fully send it like I do here. Very often, especially in low ranks, people will just leave gaps in the enemy position, especially if someone's making contact on one side of the map. And keep looking. If I'm not a complete piece of shit, I can get another one here. Duelists are good for entering, but sentinels, initiators, and controllers are good for post plants. Wait, this is genius, right? One genius, two genius. Let's get it. So I'm chilling here holding a super crazy angle, but then I see that my jet is holding the angle now. Okay, my jet's kind of... Do it.
Middle. Cross.
That's genius. And if I lose, I TP through and I see spike for post plant. After stealing this Guardian, I know that the only way we're winning this eco round is if we're gonna take some dangerous fight with our strongest gun, which is the Guardian. So I'm playing for aggressive, calculated plays. We don't want to get smoked and then being forced to take a close range fight against a Stinger where we have to push through the smoke. That's why we're taking any chance we get to take a fight that is advantageous for our gun. Also, you can notice that I'm playing in a position where even if I die, my teammates can pick up our strongest weapon, which is the Guardian. Enemies know exactly where I'm ulting from, so there's no need to rush. If they run, they don't have enough time to defuse the spike. I know, right? What the fuck? And finally, we know that the enemy is in the middle of the site, which gives us this timing to reposition. And taking some free shots while the enemy is fighting our Fade. If the Fade dies there, I can still win off of the timing on the spike. Here, we are playing with timings. As you can see, we successfully take backside, and we have teammates to help me if necessary, so I push up. By pushing up, I'm always there when a fight breaks out. Don't pick heaven. I have heaven. He doesn't know. We catch the raise off guard and now very likely the last guy is in drop. So instead of pushing him, we just pre-fire because he's likely to peek us. Because he's going to be panicking. This time, because I'm the one further back, I'm trying to peek off of my teammates rather than the other way around. I'll pick off his fate. Successfully deleted. I'm chilling in default, ready to trade my teammates in drop or A main. Because my team isn't even trying to help me, I decide to peek this while I can, and then while the enemy is drop, I spam him in case he's going to run through. This clip consists of two different strategies. First, we fight with our jet who is under us. We pop the flash behind him in case he pushed, and now that the spike is down, the enemy is going to be in the smoke, so we do the panic attack, where we panic before attacking. I'm playing a little bit more safer because I have wall, I have flashes, I have a molly, so I have very good clutch potential. I have the least deaths, 7 compared to what the second guy has. Because like, how does a jet clutch, right? He cannot wall off the spike, he cannot molly off the enemy to defuse or isolate, whatever. So he has to just go in and die, basically. So that's why I'm letting my teammates, Reyna and Jet, to just go die. That's why I was playing defensively in this 5-4 Duelists match. Now let's see what the fuck happened. We're down numbers, so we should be looking for this fight here. In case there's a flash, we turn around. So Reyna was trying to blind, which doesn't really make too much sense, because when there's a wall like this guy can't see anything anyways. I mean, there's a gap, that's my bad. What was my jet doing? He was fucking reloading, oh my gosh, that's such a terrible timing. Because I thought that both of my teammates were like wide, like holding here while I'm gonna wall, and then they're gonna hold until I get into this position, and I'm gonna flash, and then we come like this, and bam, we have spike. We're in an advantageous position after getting 2. It's a 3v2. Reyna somewhere in the other side of the map. We're gonna win the game. No, as soon as I hug the corner, all of my teammates hug the corner, and from my POV, like I'm checking left side, bam, I'm dead. Jet, by the way, throwing. Just decided, you know what? I'm gonna go die now. Good luck everyone else. And he lost the match. Thank you everyone for watching. Comment down your favorite clip and I'm gonna respond to every single comment. Also, if you're serious about improving in Valorant, you wanna get even better game sense, join the premium tier of my group, link in the description. See you guys tomorrow.